Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to today's edition of the Our America channel. My name is Thornton Prayer. I'm a citizen, a patriot, and I care very deeply about the United States of America. Today, I'd like to talk about what I'm seeing a lot of people do, which is to try to become a hero in their own mind. If you've been watching some of my videos, you've probably seen one or two of videos where I've talked about people falling in love with superheroes and how I think that's fine for entertainment, but it's not applicable to what's going on from a political and social reality. So this is a variation on that. So let me start off by pointing out that, I don't spend much time on social media. I have a few social media accounts out there, but I don't spend time on Twitter tweeting. I'm not on Facebook. I just don't allocate much time there. I'll read what other people say on social media here and there, but it's not something I eat, sleep, and breathe for, unlike a lot of other people. But the one thing I do know, because like I said, I do read a lot, is that there are a lot of people out there, who are, on social media saying all sorts of stuff. And frankly, a lot of it is nonsense. And part of me, when I read that, what people are saying is like, do these people not know that they don't know what they're talking about? But the more I thought about it, the more I realized is that a lot of us are thinking that we're heroes, that we have the answers, we know what the truth is, we know what's going on. And frankly, I'm going to argue that that's not true. And the problem is that when, people have said, I think it was Mark Twain said, a lie gets all the way around the world before the truth even gets started. And so social media has been this accelerant for a lot of lies and garbage and BS. And what's happening is that what I'm saying today is that I think a lot of us are running around thinking that, like I said, we're heroes, we're fighting this great cause, we're on this great quest, and yet I think instead what we're causing, and I'm saying this about each of us as an individual, is a lot of destruction. And one of the things I've said is that the problem is that when you think you're a hero, you might actually be turning into the devil. And what I mean by that is that when you're running around thinking that you're armed with the truth, with the capital T, trademark, and all that kind of stuff, actually, you might be the one spreading lies and falsehood and a lot of destruction. That's the problem with social media today. And I think social media has disabled a lot of us from taking time and taking stock and saying like what's really going on, as opposed to just hearing something and going like, yeah, that's it, and then retweeting it all over the place. And next thing you know, you got a lot of lies and filth going on all over the world. So that's why the trolls work. The Russian trolls, other trolls, that's why people get ripped off. Somebody gets online and says they've got the most wonderful program in the world, this investment, that investment, this health cure, what have you, and people throw a lot of money at that and then they get ripped off. Same thing is happening politically and socially. And I'm saying that you might be ripping yourself off, and you might be ripping off a lot of other people because, as your self-described hero, this great quest, like I said, vision that you're part of and all that sort of thing, you might be actually causing a bigger problem than the ones you're trying to solve. Now, I'm not saying there are answers to this stuff. I think what's going on politically and socially is very complex, it's messy, it's chaotic, it's hard. One of the things I think, I said this to a few of my friends, is that we have to grind stuff out. And grinding things out is not fun, it's not easy, it's not glamorous. No one gets on Twitter and says, I'm grinding stuff out. No one does that. They talk about all the fun stuff. I mean, yeah, people complain on Twitter as well. But I'm saying like that people are running around talking about all the stuff they think can happen right away, or that there's easy, simple solutions that can be massive, complex problems that can be taken care of right away. And I think that's a mistake, and it's an unrealistic expectation. So what I'm asking you to do is to spend a little bit of time before you start tweeting everything, and in a bigger sense, not thinking that you've got all the answers, and to start to try to step back and examine what's going on, why people are saying what they're saying, as opposed to just saying like, well, this person says something, therefore it's true, that person says something, therefore it's bad. Because the people who are our politicians, they don't have all the answers. And if you think that the politicians who support do have all the answers, you're fooling yourself. They're fooling themselves, I'm going to argue. And if you believe they have the answers, I think you're being fooled. So all I'm saying and what I'm suggesting is that, again, is to slow down a little bit. Stop living the belief that you're a hero and the people you support are heroes. Because like I said, at the end of the day, and this has been born throughout human history for a long, long, long time, that when people get caught up in the thinking that they're on the road to truth and righteousness and goodness and all that sort of stuff, they end up being the very thing, the very evil that they say they want to avoid and they want to stop. I'll end here. I welcome your thoughts and comments. That's today's edition of the Our America channel. Thank you for listening.